A father has two sons. The eldest son is intelligent and wise and always finds the best way to solve everything. On the contrary, the younger brother is stupid, does not understand anything, and cannot study. Everyone who saw him had to shout, "He is his father," and number 39's burden. Every time there was work, whether early or late, the eldest brother had to get involved. But he has a shy personality. In the evening or late at night, whenever his father sent him to do something that required going to a cemetery or some deserted place, he would try to refuse. "Oh God, I can," and number 39's Barrett, father. "I don't," and number 39's dare go anywhere. I shivered with fear. At night, people often sit around the fire and tell each other scary stories. Occasionally someone says, "Oh my God, I get chills when I hear it." The younger brother sat in the corner of the house, listening to the story but not understanding anything. He thought to himself, "They keep saying, and quat, I," and number 39's shaking, and quat, shocked. "But I don't," and number 39's feel scared at all. It must be a convenient language that I don't and number 39's know anything about. Then one time the father told his youngest son, "Hey, that guy sitting in the corner over there. Now that you and number 39's grown up and healthy, you have to go to school and get a job to earn a living. Your brother looks like him, he works so hard but you only waste food and get nothing done." He replied, "Well, father, I also intend to learn something. I don't," and number 39's know how to shudder. "If possible, please let me learn that profession." When the eldest brother heard what he said, he laughed and thought to himself, "Oh, my God. If you and number 39's as stupid as my younger brother, you won and number 39's be able to do anything for the rest of your life. The steel used to make fish hooks must be good steel to be able to bend." The father sighed and told his youngest son, "Surely you can learn to shiver. But how does that job make a living?" A little while later the church caretaker came to visit. On that occasion, the father complained to his guest about his suffering and told him about his youngest son and number 39's clumsiness and stupidity. He said, "There, you see, I asked him what profession he wanted to learn and he shivered at his insistence." The customer replied, "If that and number 39's all I can learn, I can teach him. You give him back to me, I and number 39's clean him up and make him less stupid." The father was very happy and thought, "The boy will probably be taught carefully to be less stupid." So the youngest son went to the church caretaker and number 39's house. His job is to ring the bell. Just a few days later, one day in the middle of the night, the teacher woke up his students and sent them upstairs to ring the bell. The teacher thought, "Then you will learn how to shiver." The teacher sneaked up to the bell tower first. When the idiot arrived, he turned around and was about to grab the bell rope when he saw a white shadow standing opposite him on the other side of the bell tower. He shouted, "Someone!" But the shadow just stood still, neither responding nor moving. He shouted again, "If you want to live, speak quickly, otherwise leave now. Why are you here so late at night?" But the church caretaker still didn't and #39's move, making him foolishly think it was a ghost. The idiot shouted again, "What do you want here? If you and number 39's right, speak up, otherwise I and number 39's throw you down the stairs right now." The church caretaker thought to himself, surely he wouldn't and #39 dare. Thinking so, he did not speak but just stood tall like a stone statue. Asked the third time and still didn't and #39 get an answer. The idiot took advantage and pushed the ghost down the stairs. And ma and rolled from the 10th step to the ground, lying in a corner. The idiot calmly rang the bell. After finishing pulling, he went straight home, quietly without saying a word, and went to bed to sleep. The church caretaker and #39's wife waited forever and still didn't and #39 see her husband return. She became worried and woke up the idiot again to ask, "Do you know where my husband is?" "He went up to the bell tower before you." He replied, "No, ma and #39 am." But on the other side of the bell tower door facing the stairs, there was a shadow of a person. "I kept asking but didn't and #39 answer. I chased him and refused to leave. I thought he was a thief and pushed him down the stairs." She went out there to see if it was him. If that and #39's true, then I and #39 am very sorry. The wife rushed to the bell tower and saw her husband lying in the corner, with a broken leg and groaning. She carried her husband home and went straight to the idiot and #39's father and #39's house, shouting loudly, "Your son caused trouble. He pushed my grandfather down the stairs, breaking his leg. Please take that harmful food out of my house immediately." The father was stunned, immediately ran over, scolded his son to be kind, and then said, "Why are you being so cruel? Is the devil haunting you?" The son replied, "Father, please listen to what I have to say." It was truly unjust. In the middle of a quiet night, he stood there like a person contemplating something dark. I Don and #39 know who is standing there. But I yelled at you 3 times to answer, otherwise go somewhere else. The father asked, "God, you just make me miserable. Get out of the house right away. I Don and #39 want to see your face anymore." "Yes, I obey, Father. But Father, let it be dawn first. At that time, I will go to college to study magic to support myself." "You want to learn whatever profession you want. For me, any job is the same. Here, take 50 coins as a toll to travel the world. Remember, Don and #39 tell anyone where you come from or what your father and #39's name is. I and #39 am ashamed of you." "Yes, Father, I will do whatever you want. If Dad only told me that, I would be able to remember." When it was dawn, he put 50 coins in his pocket, then walked out onto the main road, muttering as he walked, "I wish I knew how to shiver. I wish I knew how to shiver." A coachman came slowly from behind. Hearing that, he asked, "What is your name?" He replied, "I Don and #39 know." The driver continued to ask, "Where is your hometown?" "I do not know." "So what and #39's your father and #39's name?" "I and #39 am not allowed to say that." "So what are you always muttering about?" He replied, "Yes, I want to learn how to do it, but no one taught me that profession." The coachman said, "Stop talking nonsense. Come on, follow me. I and #39 find a place to sleep. The 2 of you go together." At night they reached an inn and planned to spend the night there. As soon as he entered the inn, the idiot blurted out, "I wish I knew how to shiver. I wish I knew how to shiver." Hearing that, the shop owner had to laugh and say, "You really like that? You came here at the right time." The innkeeper and number 39's wife interrupted her husband, "Well, leave me alone. There are many sassy boys who stick their noses into other people and number 39's affairs and end up dead. It would be sad and unfortunate if those bright eyes could no longer see the sunlight." But the young man said, "No matter how difficult that profession is, I still want to learn it. I took the effort to leave just because of that." He kept pestering him so much that the shop owner had to tell him that there was a haunted castle nearby, and anyone who stayed up there for 3 consecutive nights would know what it was like to shiver. The king has a beautiful daughter. He promised that whoever dared to do that would marry the princess. In the castle there is a lot of gold, silver and jewels guarded by the devil. Whoever that treasure belongs to will be rich. Many people went in but no one came out. The next morning, the young man asked to visit the king. He said, "If your majesty allows, I would like to stay up for 3 consecutive nights in that haunted castle." The king looked at him for a long time, found him cute, and said, "You are allowed to bring 3 things into the castle, but not any living creatures." He said, "If so, I would like something to light the fireplace, a lathe and number 39's table and a carver and number 39's chair with a knife." During the day, the king sent someone to bring those things into the castle. When it was dark, the young man entered. He lit a big fire in one room, put the knife and carver and number 39's bench aside, and sat on the lathe and number 39's table. He said, "Well, I wish I knew how to shiver." But then here comes the end. Around midnight, he was about to blow the fire again, but just as he was blowing the fire, suddenly there was a sound coming from a corner of the room. "Cat! Cat!" We were freezing all over. He said, "You guys are stupid, what are you complaining about? If it and number 39's cold, sit by the fire to warm up." As soon as he finished speaking, 2 huge black cats jumped towards him. They squatted on both sides of him, scowling like fire, staring at him fiercely. Later, when he was hot, they told him, "Hey buddy, let and number 39's try playing cards." He replied, "Why Don and number 39's you play? But show me your feet first." The 2 cats immediately held out their paws and claws. He said, "Wow, why are your nails so long? Don and number 39's hesitate, let me cut it down." So he grabbed them by the neck, lifted them and put them in the carver and number 39's chair, clamped their feet tightly, and said, "Looking at your toenails makes me lose interest in playing cards." He beat them to death, then threw their bodies into the lake. He had just finished paying for those 2 animals and was about to return to sit by the fire when he saw many black cats and black dogs wearing red-hot iron chains rushing from all directions. They came out more and more. He didn't and #39's know where to stand. They screamed horribly, rushed into the fire, clawed at the fire, trying to put it out. He let them do it for a while. When he felt so angry, he grabbed a knife, rushed to beat them and shouted, "You animals, get out." Some ran away, others were killed by him and thrown into the lake. Then he returned to his original place and blew on the fire again to warm himself. After sitting in the heat for a while, his eyes closed and sleepiness came. Glancing around, I saw a large bed in the corner of the room. He said, "I am number 39, am really lucky." Then he went to bed. Just as he was about to close his eyes and sleep, the bed began to shake, moving throughout the castle. He said, "Okay, if you and number 39. Good. Just go faster." The bed ran as fast as a 4-horse carriage, jumped over the threshold, rolled down the stairs, making a clack, clack, clack sound. Suddenly the bed tripped and turned upside down, the mattress and everything fell on him. He threw away the blanket and pillow to get out and said, "Now whoever wants to lie in bed can lie down." He went to the fire and slept straight until morning. The next morning, the king came to the castle and saw him lying on the ground. He thought a ghost had killed him. The king lamented, "It would be such a waste for such a handsome man to die." He heard the sound, stood up and asked, "Your Majesty, it and number 39's not like that yet." The king was both surprised and happy and asked him how last night was. He replied, "Your Majesty, very peaceful. So one night has passed, 2 more nights will pass." When he returned to the inn, the innkeeper stared wide-eyed and said, "I didn't and #39 expect you to be alive. So have you learned how to shiver yet?" He replied, "It and number 39's very miserable, it and number 39's just a waste of my time. If someone could teach me that, it would be great." The second night, he went to the old castle again. He came and sat by the fire, still singing the old song, "I wish I knew how to shiver." Near midnight, he heard the noise again, the sound of whispering. At first it was soft, then it became clearer and clearer. It was quiet for a while, then suddenly there was a loud scream. It was a hideous-looking man sitting in his seat. He said, "Don and number 39 challenge each other. This chair is my chair." The other person intended to just sit there, but he refused to give up. He pushed him away, taking back his old seat. Suddenly, many other people fell from the chimney one after another. They brought down 9 shin bones and 2 skulls. They laid them out to play with the 8-digit number. He also wanted to play, so he said, "Hey guys, let me play with you." "Okay, but you have to have money to play." He replied, "You have enough money, but your rolling pin is not very round." Then he placed the 2 skulls on a lathe and turned them until they were round. He said, "Well, it will roll more smoothly this way. Now you can play to your heart and number 39's content." He played and lost a little money. When the clock struck 12, the others also disappeared. He rolled onto the ground and had a good night and number 39's sleep. The next morning, the king came again to see what was going on. The king asked, "What happened this time? Is it okay?" He replied, "Your Majesty, I played chess and lost a few henels." "Do you feel scared?" He replied, "No, sir. I had fun playing. I just wish I knew what shivers are." The third night, he also sat in the castle again. He complained again, "I wish I knew how to shiver." Just then, a giant old man with a long silver beard and a scary-looking figure walked in. The old man said, "Well, little boy, you are about to learn what it means to shiver, because you are about to die." He replied, "Why is it so easy? Let and number 39's see if I want to die or not." The monster replied, I and number 39. LL arrest you now. Wait, wait. Don and number 39. T pretend. I and number 39. M as strong as you, maybe even stronger. The monster said, let and number 39. S try and see. If you and number 39. Stronger than me, I and number 39. LL leave you alone. Any. Let and number 39. S fight. Soon, it led him through dark streets. The two came to the blacksmith and number 39. S fire. The demon took an axe, raised his hand and slammed it hard on the anvil, causing the anvil to sink completely into the ground. He said, I beat harder than you. He went to another anvil. The old monster came and stood right next to the anvil to watch. His long beard hung down to his waist. He grabbed the axe, raised it and slammed it down hard on the anvil. The axe crashed into the anvil, pulling out the silver beard stuck in the middle. He said, I caught you. Now death is at your neck. Then he took an iron bar and beat it. It whines and begs you to stop and forgive it. It will give you many things. He lifted the axe to let it remove its beard. The old man led him back to the castle, led him to a cellar, showed him 3 chests full of gold, and said, that gold will be divided as follows: 1 box for the poor, the 2nd box for the king, the 3rd is for you. At that moment, the clock struck 12. The ghost disappeared. And he stayed in the dark night. He said, we have to find the way out. After groping around for a long time, he found the path to his old room. Once there, he immediately fell asleep next to the fire. The next morning, the king came again and asked him, surely you have learned to shiver? He replied, no sir. There in number 39. Nothing scary at all. There was an old man with a long beard who came here. He showed me where there was a lot of gold in the basement, but no one had taught me how to shiver. At that time, the king said, you have eliminated the ghost in the castle. I will marry my daughter to you. He replied, it is truly a blessing. But I still Don and number 39. Know what shivering is. Then the gold from the house and number 39's basement was taken out, and the wedding ceremony was held. Even though he loves his wife very much, even though he is enjoying his new relationship, the young son-in-law still keeps saying, I wish I knew how to shiver. That made the princess sad. One of the princess and number 39's maids said, I will lend a hand to teach my son-in-law a lesson about shivering. The maid immediately went to the stream running through the royal garden, scooped up a bucket full of goby fish and brought it back to the palace to give to the princess. Late at night, when her son-in-law was fast asleep, the princess gently pulled the blanket off and poured a bucket of cold water full of fish on him. Those fish were thrashing all over and around his body, causing the royal son to wake up and exclaim, wow, something made me shiver. Honey, now I know what it and number 39's like to be scared. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.